And fans, we welcome you to Dallas, Texas Reunion Arena. We're going to get started here with the Steiner brothers, Rick and Scott, taking on the Freebirds of Michael P.S. Hayes and Jimmy Jam Garvin, with Terry Bam Bam Gordy in their corner. Now what we're going to do here, fans, is take a few matches from each of the Great American Bash tours and showcase them on the YouTube channel. So we thank you very much for tuning in today. And being here in Dallas, Texas, one would think that Michael Hayes and Jimmy Garvin may get some cheers, being that they have dominated here in former world-class championship wrestling back earlier in the decade. And Rick Steiner has P.S. Hayes, who reverses it into a DDT, and down goes Rick Steiner. And now stomping away on the back of Rick Steiner is Michael Hayes. Fans, we have two more matches from Dallas, Texas. We are going to have a U.S. Heavyweight Championship match as Lex Luger defends against Mean Mark Callis. And the main event of the evening, Dusty Rhodes versus Terry Funk in a non-sanctioned lights-out match. No disqualification. The only way to win is to have your opponent not be able to answer the 10 count. And Hayes off the second turnbuckle with a crossbody chooses not to go for the pinfall. And now strutting in the ring is Michael P.S. Hayes. And again, the fans here in Dallas cheering him, some of them cheering him on. The tag team division here in the National Wrestling Alliance is better than I can ever recall. You have the Steiners, you have the Freebirds, you have the Midnight Express, you have the United States Tag Team Champions, the Rock and Roll Express, the World Tag Team Champions, Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson. You have Sting and Sting and Nikita Koloff have been teaming in recent weeks. You have the team of Ron Simmons and Doom, the Skyscrapers of Big Sid Vicious, Dan Spivey and Mark Callis. Any of those three make a formidable tag team. The Varsity Club of Mike Rotundo and Dr. Death Steve Williams. So the tag team division here in the National Wrestling Alliance is really heated up. So of course the winner of this match puts themselves in line for future title opportunities, whether it be the United States Tag Team or the World Tag Team. And Rick Steiner makes a tag to his brother Scott, his younger brother Scott, in the ring. And a beautiful belly to back suplex takes Hayes up and over. And and a tag. Hayes tags in Jimmy Garvin, and here comes Garvin with a big stomp to the midsection. Takes Steiner down, the big clothesline. Takes Scott down again, a big kick, takes Steiner down again. And the fans booing. I may have been misinformed, thinking that the fans would cheer here for Jimmy Garvin. And now stomping away on the arm is Jimmy Jam Garvin. As Terry Gordy is consoling Michael Hayes on the outside, Jimmy Garvin climbs the second turnbuckle, waiting for Scott Steiner to get back up. And he nails him with a shoulder block. Not sure he caught all of them with it, but it's shoulder block nonetheless, and Jimmy Jam Garvin still in control. Picks up Steiner, and here it is, the DDT! Nails Scott Steiner. Is Jimmy Garvin going to go for the cover? He chooses not to, and is continuing to work on the leg of Scott Steiner. And really bashing in with fists to the left leg of Scott Steiner. Garvin picking up Scott and rams his head face first into his knee. And Jimmy Garvin using his experience against the young and up-and-comer Scott Steiner. And now working the lower back of Steiner is Garvin. The Freebirds have been in control for most of this match. And he's picking up Scott Steiner, and he nails him with a brain buster. Down goes Scott Steiner. Could this be setting up the precursor for the finisher? Jimmy Garvin is going to go for the cover, and Steiner's down, one. And Rick Steiner breaks up the pinfall after one. Oh, and Garvin and Hayes double team Rick Steiner. And Garvin again dragging Scott Steiner over to the side. He's going to go for the cover, and he's going to put his feet on the ropes, trying to steal victory. 1, 2, oh, and a kick out of 2 by Scott Steiner. Garvin still in control, has Steiner, and rams him into the top turnbuckle. Oh, and Scott Steiner being rammed 10 times into that top turnbuckle, and that woke up the fans here in Dallas, Texas. And now Garvin dragging Scott Steiner again. Not sure what to do, so he's going to go make a tag to Michael Hayes. And in comes Hayes. Flaunting to the fans here in Dallas. There is so much history in Dallas, Texas with the Freebirds and of course the Von Erichs. And Michael Hayes choking out Scott Steiner, re-tags in Jimmy Garvin. And Jimmy Jam, as he is appropriately nicknamed, dragging Scott Steiner to the side. He's going to go for the cover, and that could be at 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 by Scott Steiner. Of course, Rick and Scott recently ending their feud with the Varsity Club. Oh, and Garvin misses with a kick, giving Steiner a chance. Belly to back suplex up and over. Beautiful maneuver. Scott's going to tag in his brother Rick, and here comes Rick. Oh, and Garvin catches him, but Rick reverses it with elbows to the head. And Rick has him in a DDT by Rick Steiner. And now, with a series of right hands into the forehead of Jimmy Jam Garvin. And Garvin's out. Rick Steiner picks up Garvin. Front face lock, and now working the arm of Garvin, who made it to the ropes. But Steiner's going to go for the cover anyway. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 by Jimmy Garvin. Oh, and missed with a kick, giving Garvin the opportunity. Steiner reverses with a forearm to the back. And a big clothesline, a Steiner line, takes down Jimmy Garvin. Trying to make a tag, and does. In comes Michael Hayes with a big elbow, meets Steiner's head. Misses with a clothesline. And Rick Steiner with a chop. Another chop. And a big Steiner line takes Michael Hayes down. The fans are feeling it. Steiner has Hayes into the top turnbuckle. And now Steiner up on the second turnbuckle. A bulldog from the second turnbuckle. That could be it. He goes for the cover. Referee position 1, 2, and 3. And Rick and Scott have won the opening contest here in Dallas at the Great American Bash. And here are some highlights from earlier in the contest. Jimmy Garvin nailing that brainbuster on Scott. Now Scott's inexperience did play a part here, but he will get better with time, as we can only assume. I mean, he is so full of talent, but there will come a time when Scott Steiner will start to click. And luckily for them, Rick was able to pull out the victory by nailing that second turnbuckle bulldog. And there's that Steiner line that set up the bulldog, and here it is. Off that second turnbuckle, nails Michael Hayes. And the rest, as they say, is history. Fans, we have Sting and Barry Windham coming up next. And again, don't go away. I'm sorry, Sting and Barry Windham. We have Lex Luger and Mark Callis coming up next for the U.S. Heavyweight Championship. And of course, the big main event, Dusty Rhodes versus Terry Funk. Do not go away, fans. We will be right back after this quick timeout. We thank you for tuning in to YouTube. I'm your host, Gotmark76. The next contest here at the Great American Bash Tour from Dallas, Texas, will be the United States Heavyweight Championship, as the total package defends against 1/3 of the Skyscraper's Mean Mark. And here he comes. This guy is big, tall, intimidating, rough and tough. Every word in the dictionary describes this man, Mean Mark. He can go. And with joining the Skyscrapers in the past few months and the guidance of Theodore R. Long, one can only imagine that the sky, no pun intended, is the limit for this competitor. And he has garnered himself the attention of the National Wrestling Alliance Board of Directors, who has given him this title opportunity in Dallas, Texas. Now, the United States Heavyweight Championship is slated to be defended at the Great American Bash all throughout the country, regardless of who wins the match tonight. Out of 18 towns, the U.S. title is scheduled to be defended on most of those. So Lex Luger is hoping it's him. Mean Mark wants to bring that U.S. title to the Skyscraper group. And the fans are about to explode. And there they are. They rise to their feet here in Dallas, Texas, for the newly crowned United States Heavyweight Champion Lex Luger. He won the championship this past week at Clash of the Champions Guts and Glory, which was the precursor to the start of the Great American Bash. He defeated both Arn Anderson in the semifinals, and then in the finals, his former tag team champion partner and current member of the Horsemen, Barry Windham. So Lex Luger on a very hot streak right now here in the NWA, and that United States Championship that he worked so hard to get does not want to give it up in his first defense here on the Great American Bash Tour. So one has to think that the package has come ready to compete. And there it is, folks. It is for the United States Heavyweight Championship. And the introduction is concluding here. Both men ready to go. And the referee is calling for the bell, and away we go here in Dallas, Texas. We thank you for joining us. And Luger going right to work on Mean Mark. And now kicking Mean Mark while he's now stopping away on Mean Mark. And Luger has the early advantage in this contest. Oh, and a big kick takes Mean Mark up and over. You do not see Mean Mark manhandled like this too often. And Mean Mark fighting to get to his feet. Luger helps him up to his feet and lifts him up, and the shoulder block down. Luger in firm control of this contest in the early going. And Teddy Long trying to scream encouragement and instructions from ringside. Luger has Mean Mark. Snapmare takeover. And now raking the eyes of Mean Mark is the total package. You can see Mean Mark has quite a few inches over Luger. Luger now has Mean Mark and slams him back, shoulder first, into the turnbuckle. And Mean Mark is hurting. You do not see him manhandled like this. Luger has a headlock. Mean Mark trying to get his way out. Luger really wrenching it in. I am surprised at the speed of this match thus far. Luger has been in control and relatively easily. Mean Mark trying to fight his way out, an elbow. A second elbow breaks the hold. And Mean Mark now, in control, snapmare takeover. And Luger flew, it looked like 10 feet in the air for that. And Mean Mark now working the neck of the total package. And Mean Mark really wrenching it in. And Teddy Long very pleased at ringside that his man has gained control here. Throws Luger down to the mat. And now Mean Mark begging Luger to come up. You better be careful what you wish for, big man. And he drops the forearm across the chest of the total package. Goes for the cover. That could be at one. And a kick out at one by Luger. And a big forearm to the back of Luger. Now Luger's in trouble. Mean Mark picks up Luger. And a big right hand. Belly to back suplex, up and over goes Luger. And Luger clinching his neck. Oh, and a big elbow by Luger on Mean Mark. Mean Mark whips Luger up and over the top rope. Oh, and Teddy Long trying to grab at Luger's leg. Mean Mark hip tosses Luger back in the ring. And a knee to the back. And Teddy Long already making his presence felt in this contest. And Mean Mark has a front face lock and an elbow to the back of the head of Luger. Callis whips Luger in to the top turnbuckle. Oh, and a big punch. Has Luger, picks him up, and a snake eyes on the top turnbuckle. Lex Luger's in trouble. Mean Mark picks up Luger again. A second snake eyes. We could be seeing a new United States champion here in Dallas. Stomping away on Luger's Mean Mark, now working the arm of Luger. Mean Mark in control now. Picks up the total package. Looks like a suplex. Up and over goes Luger, and Luger is in trouble. Mean Mark can feel that United States Championship coming to his grasp. Picks up Luger. Oh, into the turnbuckle goes Luger, chest first. Mean Mark turns him over. Picks up Luger again, and a third Snake Eyes. What a devastating maneuver. Owen was going for the heart punch, and Luger reversed it. Big clothesline. Takes Mean Mark down. Luger now working the neck of Mean Mark. Mean Mark was going for that heart punch. Lex Luger able to reverse it. And now Luger regaining control, working the neck area of Mean Mark, who sweeps the leg, takes Luger down. Back and forth contest thus far. Luger whips Mean Mark into the turnbuckle. And now he's picking him up. That's 300 pounds. Up on the top turnbuckles, Mean Mark. Luger setting him up. Could it be a superplex off the top rope? And it might be. He's setting him up. And up and over goes Mean Mark. That's 300 pounds on the back of Mean Mark Callis. Luger's feeling it. Picks up Mean Mark. Oh, and a big clothesline takes Mean Mark down. Going for the cover. Referee in position 1, 2, and 3. Luger nails him with a clothesline, and Mean Mark got pinned. What a back and forth contest here in Dallas, Texas. Mean Mark was in control for a big portion of this match, and things took a tide for the worse for him when he went for the heart punch, and Luger was able to reverse it. And there's that big thunderous clothesline that took Mean Mark down. And you can see Teddy Long knew it was over right there. Wow, Lex Luger successfully defends the United States Championship against Mean Mark. And there will be many more challenges coming his way during the Great American Bash Tour. Fans, our main event of the evening is coming up. Dusty Rhodes versus Terry Funk, and a lights-out non-sanctioned match. Do not go away. We'll be right back after this quick timeout. American Bash, emanating from Dallas, Texas, will be a Texas death match, non-sanctioned lights out, between the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and Terry Funk. It was a non-sanctioned match between these two competitors in which Dusty Rhodes inadvertently struck a referee with a chair while going after Terry Funk, that the NWA stripped Dusty Rhodes of the U.S. Championship. However, that did not stop this feud. Dusty Rhodes served his 30-day suspension, and this is his first match back, coming off of suspension against Terry Funk. And I have a feeling these two men will be going at it all over the country. And how appropriately named for a match, but a Texas death match here in Texas. And there he is, making his way to the ring without the managerial services of Playboy Gary Hart. And that's Terry Funk. And Terry Funk, part of that J-Tex Corporation in which Gary Hart has members, alongside of Dick Slater and the Great Muta. But Terry Funk going at it alone against the American Dream tonight, and this is our main event of the evening. And Terry Funk making that slow stroll to the ring, knowing that he is about to embark in a very intense battle. And here he comes, making his way to the ring. The fans are on their feet. Making his return here to the NWA after serving a 30-day suspension is the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. And there he is, fans, the American Dream making his way to the ring. And the referee making sure both men are ready to go. Again, this is a non-sanctioned match by the NWA. No disqualification, no countouts, no pinfalls, and a swinging neckbreaker by Terry Funk. Going after the American Dream. Now a big right hand takes Rhodes down. The only way to win this match is to have your opponent not be able to answer the 10 count. And whips Dusty Rhodes hard into the turnbuckle, and Terry Funk is in control, now choking out the American Dream. And the referee, all he can do is sit back and watch. His job is to count to 10. And now Funk whips Rhodes into the ropes. Oh, and a big takedown by Funk, and Rhodes is in trouble. Oh, and now a kick to the lower midsection. And Funk is in firm control in the early going of this contest. Oh, and a kick to the stomach. And now has Dusty Rhodes for a face plant DDT. And Rhodes is down. And Funk stomping away, not giving the referee a chance to count out Dusty Rhodes. And maybe that's wise. Maybe he knows it's going to take more to keep the former heavyweight champion down. And now Funk in the corner. Still working over Dusty Rhodes, a big kick. And now a big right hand. And Funk takes down the American Dream. Dusty rolling over to his knees. The referee does not begin the count. Oh, there it is, 1. And Rhodes is definitely in trouble. The referee's up to 4. 5. Halfway there. Terry Funk can smell victory. 7. And Dream is not moving. Oh, back to his feet. And Funk kicks him, rolls him over, but Dream takes over. Dusty Rhodes has Funk up with a suplex, and down goes Funk. And now the American Dream making a comeback with a kick of his own. Has Funk in a big elbow to the back of the head. Snapmare takeover by the Dream. And now Funk in trouble. And now Dusty Rhodes with a knee to the back. And Funk, trying to roll his way out, is able to with an elbow to the midsection. And now Funk whips Rhodes into the turnbuckle. Back and forth contest thus far. And now working the arm of the Dream by wrapping it over the top rope and applying pressure by the boot of Funk. A kick to the midsection. Now a punch by, oh, and the jab by Rhodes. Coming back, but Funk able to grab control again. And ramming Rhodes into the turnbuckle. Oh man, the fans counting along. 10 times goes Dusty Rhodes into the top turnbuckle. And Funk setting up Rhodes. Oh, the referee was counting, but Funk broke it up. Funk, single leg takedown. Oh, he's going. There it is. The step over toe hold. He won the World Heavyweight Championship with that maneuver. Now the referee is beginning his count. Terry Funk in control. Does Dusty Rhodes have what it takes to mount a comeback here? The referee is up to 4. Halfway there at 5. And Terry Funk is in position to win this contest. Dusty Rhodes is not moving. Up to 8. Oh, and he got up. And Funk broke the count. Who knows if he would have gotten all the way up. Oh, and Dusty Rhodes coming back. A big elbow to the front face of Terry Funk. And a kick takes Funk down. Back and forth seesaw matchup thus far. Dusty Rhodes front face lock. Oh, and working the arm of Terry Funk. Has Funk on his shoulders. And an airplane spin by the American Dream. And Funk goes down. And Rhodes is in control again in this contest. Referee is beginning his count. And Funk might be dizzy from that airplane spin. And the referee's halfway there, a 5 count. And Dusty Rhodes letting the referee do his job, counting up. Now to 7. Terry Funk's not moving. 8. And he does move. And Dusty Rhodes meets him and greets him with a knee to the back. And now Dusty Rhodes whips Funk up and over the top rope. And now Dusty Rhodes gonna suplex Terry Funk back in. Up and over goes Funk. And now Funk holding his lower back. He's in trouble. Dusty Rhodes clamoring here to the fans. He thinks he might have it with a suplex. Nothing says Texas death match like a suplex. And the referee's counting. He's halfway there in 5. And Terry Funk is 3 seconds away from losing this contest. Up to 8. Stirring around, and Dusty Rhodes breaks the count. Oh, and Funk going for a pile driver. It's his finishing maneuver, and he nails it. And the Dream is down. Referee starting the count 1. And Terry Funk may have just won it with a pile driver by stuffing Dusty Rhodes' neck to the mat. Referee's up to 6. Dusty is not moving. 7. Oh, Dusty Rhodes might be losing up to 9. Oh, he got up to 9. And Funk broke the hold as Dusty was making his way back to his feet. A big knee to the midsection. And now Funk choking away at the Dusty Rhodes. The American Dream in trouble. Referee's counting. Halfway there at 5, Terry Funk may have this match won. And there will be many more of these Texas death matches throughout the Great American Bash, where one of these wrestlers will win the first. You can guarantee that. And then the other will want revenge. I mean, fans, when the Great American Bash comes to your neighborhood, get tickets. Ticketmaster.com. There is no internet. What am I talking about? Terry Funk over Dusty Rhodes. Halfway there at 5. And Terry Funk may be winning this initial Texas Death Lights Out match. Referee up to 8. It's going to be 9. And Dusty Rhodes gets up. Is met with the foot of Terry Funk. And again, the referee counting. Terry Funk in firm control. Halfway there at 5. And that's it. Dusty Rhodes has to be out. That kick nailed him right in the head. 8. 9. Oh, and Dusty Rhodes gets up again. Now working over Funk. Up and over goes Funk. And suplex back in the ring. Dusty Rhodes not giving the referee a chance to count. Picks up Funk. And guillotine over the top rope goes Funk. Stomping away now on Funk. Dusty Rhodes working the arm. Has Funk up, and here he goes, series of jabs. Nails Funk and punches Funk down. Wait a second, what is this? And wait a second, the lights here in Dallas have gone out. It's pitch black. Well, we can see some kind of figure. There's somebody in the ring. Somebody in the ring with Dusty Rhodes. It's a masked man chopping away at Dusty Rhodes, setting him up and hitting him with a DDT. There's a masked man just DDT'd Dusty Rhodes, and the referee is about to count out Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes is down, and Terry Funk is on top. Referee's halfway there at 5. The referee is going to count out Dusty Rhodes. 8, 9. Oh, and Dusty Rhodes gets up. Who was that man? We do not know. But Dusty Rhodes staying on top of the American Dream. A masked wrestler came into the ring, attacked Dusty Rhodes, nailed a finishing maneuver, and Terry Funk now in control. Who was that masked wrestler? Referee's up to 7, 8, 9, and Dusty Rhodes gets up, but Funk meets him with a knee. Oh, the NWA needs to look into that. A masked wrestler came into the ring. And a big elbow takes Funk down. A masked wrestler came in the ring, attacked Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes nailed Funk with an elbow. Terry Funk was busted open. And now the referee counting out halfway there at 5. And Dusty Rhodes may take this contest over Terry Funk. 8. And there it is. There it is, your winner, the American Dream, Dusty to the head of Terry Funk. But more importantly, who was that masked wrestler that interfered during the match attacking Dusty Rhodes? Oh, fans, we're going to look into that. I'm sure we'll have more information for you in the upcoming weeks on World Championship Wrestling. And there's the elbow by Dusty Rhodes on top of Terry Funk. That was after interference by a masked man took Dusty Rhodes down. And your winner in the Texas Death Lights Out match, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes fans, we will see you on the next Great American Bash tour coming their way to New Orleans, Louisiana at the Superdome. And you're going to see Sting in action, the Road Warriors in action, and the Midnight Express. Fans, thank you for tuning in to the Great American Bash at Dallas, Texas Reunion Arena. I'm your host, Gotmark76, and we'll see you next time at the Masters. Good night, everybody. Rhodes not giving the referee a chance to count, picks up Funk, and guillotine over the top rope goes Funk. Stomping away now on Funk. Dusty Rhodes working the arm. Has Funk up, and here he goes, series of jabs. Nails Funk, and punches Funk down. Wait a second, what is this? Who is coming down the ringside now? Who is this monster? Wait a second. Who is this big guy? Takes Dusty Rhodes down. And both men are down. Funk is being counted out by the referee. I don't know who this guy is. Nails a power slam on Dusty Rhodes. And Funk able to get up. Now the referee counting out American Dream Dusty Rhodes. Who was that man? Dusty Rhodes is down, and Terry Funk is on top. Referee's halfway there at 5.